So, if you're in Jamaica, you know that dealing with taxes is just a fact of life. But what if it didn't have to be such a headache? Today, we're going to crack open the official portal for Tax Administration Jamaica, or TAJ, and show you how you can get a handle on your taxes and make it all surprisingly simple.
I mean, let's be honest. For a lot of us, just thinking about all our tax obligations, property tax, income tax, the whole shebang, it can feel like you're trying to find your way through a huge, complicated maze. It's super easy to feel a little bit lost or, just totally overwhelmed by it all.
But what if you had a map? Well, that is exactly what the TAJ online portal is designed to be. It's this powerful digital tool that's been built to guide you, to simplify the whole process, and to put you back in control of your own tax affairs. All right, so here's our game plan for the next few minutes. First, we're going to meet the organization that's running the show. Then, we'll dive into what you can actually do online. After that, we'll get a nice, clear overview of the different kinds of taxes, show you how to stay up to date, and this is a big one, we'll show you exactly where to find help if you ever need it. Okay, first things first. Before we dive into the how-to, let's talk about the who. Understanding who Tax Administration Jamaica is really gives us some important context for all the services they offer. So TAJ is the country's central tax authority, but they're not just about collecting money. They actually operate under a citizen's charter and a quality statement. Now, what that means is they have a stated commitment to serving the public. And their portal, it's really designed for everyone, from individuals like you and me to tax professionals and even charitable organizations. All right, so how does that commitment to service actually play out online? Well, the best way to think about the TAJ website is as your own personal digital tax office that's always open 24/7 and accessible right from your phone or computer. So, what can you actually do on this portal? A whole lot, it turns out. You can get or manage your taxpayer registration number, your TRN. You can pay your property tax right from your couch. You can take care of your motor vehicle fees and driver's license stuff. You can even set up direct bank transfers. It's pretty much a one-stop shop for all your most common tax needs. Now, I know when you look at the full list of all the different taxes in Jamaica, it can seem, well, pretty long and a little intimidating. But don't worry. We can make it way easier to understand just by grouping them into a few logical categories. See, the portal really helps break it all down. For instance, your personal taxes, that's typically going to be things like your income tax and education tax. If you're a business owner, you're looking at stuff like the general consumption tax, or GCT. For property owners, you'll see things like property tax and stamp duty. And then you have more specific taxes like asset tax or room tax, which apply to certain industries. Breaking it down like this makes the whole system feel so much more manageable. Look, tax laws, deadlines, and procedures can change. That's why staying informed is absolutely crucial. And the TAJ portal is, hands down, the best place to find the latest official news and updates straight from the source. And this isn't just old, static information. I mean, just check out these recent updates. In January, they let everyone know the driver's license system was back up and that some offices were opening on Saturdays for convenience. Then in February, they reported on a successful new electronic vehicle registration system and, this is really important, they shared details on tax relief for folks impacted by Hurricane Melissa. This is timely, critical information that you need to know. Of course, let's be real. Even with the best online tools, sometimes you just need to talk to an actual person. If you ever get stuck or you just have a really specific question, the TAJ makes it super clear how to get direct support. Okay, if you remember one thing from this section, make it this number right here, 1-888-TAX-HELP. That's the local toll-free number for their customer care center. It's simple, it's direct, and it's pretty easy to remember. And hey, if a phone call isn't your thing, no worries. They've got you covered. There's a different toll-free number if you're calling from the US, a direct local line, and even an email address for questions that aren't super urgent. The point is, no matter how you like to communicate, help is always within reach. So there you have it. We started out talking about how taxes can feel like this big, confusing maze, right? But now you can see how the TAJ portal really does act like your map, giving you a clear path forward with all the tools and support you need right at your fingertips. With all this information, you're not just a taxpayer anymore. You're an informed, empowered user of the system. So really, the only question left is, are you ready to take charge?